What is a moot? A moot is an argument of the legal issues raised by a fictitious case. The internal mooting competitions involve a team of students made up of a lead and a junior counsel arguing their points before a judge in an imaginary court, either as respondents or appellants. In order to win the moot, the judge will look at the quality of the legal arguments presented, the skills of advocacy and responsiveness to legal questioning. It is therefore entirely possible to lose the legal arguments but still be declared the winner of the moot. So, why do we moot? Mooting is a great way to develop important skills needed in a legal career. These include presenting oral and written arguments, interpretation of and responsiveness to legal questioning and legal principles, and the ability to represent both sides in a dispute to help you respond effectively to counter-arguments. Mooting also builds confidence in adapting arguments to suit your case, increasing your analytical ability, team-working skills, and standing out in a field where the competitiveness of finding a job is getting harder. How often do we moot? At the University of Warwick, we have a university-wide internal mooting competition, which takes place over the first and second terms. We then have a first-year competition, which takes place over the second term. In both of these competitions, every team will moot twice in the preliminary rounds, once as appellants and once as respondents, and given an overall mark out of 55. The top scoring 8 teams will go through to the quarter-finals, which are knockouts, meaning the 4 winning teams will go head-to-head in the semi-finals. The finals consist of the top 2 teams and tend to be big events attended by a lot of students and lecturers. For the past few years, the finals of Warwick's internal competitions have been judged by members of the Supreme Court. The maximum amount of moots you will do in an internal competition is 5. Once you have some experience of the internal competitions, there are opportunities to represent Warwick externally. These moots range from one-off annual friendlies against other universities, national and international competitions. Most people tend to compete in 1 or 2 external mooting competitions per year. There are a few basic concepts that every keen mooter should know. Mooting problems tend to be set at appeal level, so are held in the Court of Appeal or the Supreme Court. This means that the only points of law contained in the grounds of appeal are in contention, so mooters are not permitted to introduce new evidence or argue about the facts of the case. One team will be the appellants. The appellants are the party who lost in the first instance and are appealing against the judge's decision. The other team are the respondents, who were successful at the first instance and want the appeal dismissed. The appellants speak first and then the respondents respond to them. After the respondents have stated their case, the appellants have an option to rebut the respondents' arguments. The arguments that the teams make are called submissions. Therefore, mooters should not use phrases such as "I think" or "I believe", they should say "I submit". This is because it is the job of advocates in court to state what the law is, not what their opinions are. Prior to the moot, the teams have to send each other and the judge skeleton arguments. These essentially summarise the submissions they make and the authorities they will rely on. This allows each team to get an idea of how the other is going to argue, so they can engage with and respond to each other's arguments. The authorities are usually cases and statutes. But mooters must also print these off and put them into a bundle. The bundle is a guide for the judge and the mooters that they can refer to throughout the moot. It should be accessible and well organised so the judge can navigate through it easily. The mooters must refer to each other as "my learned friend" throughout the moot. The judge is referred to as Lord or Lady. Good etiquette is a vital aspect of the moot, and mooters must stick to the terminology even if it does seem odd at first. The judge will question the mooter's submissions throughout the moot. The mooters are expected to stay calm, answer the questions and ultimately persuade the judge that they are right.